If you glance at a standard news feed, you see a scattered list of unrelated events, a political meeting here, an election there, a museum update. But strip away the bureaucratic headlines, and what you're actually watching are simultaneous, high-stakes moves on a global chessboard. Look at what happened in a single 24-hour window: confidential defense negotiations, a massive democratic election, and the sudden return of ancient stolen treasures. To make sense of this, we have to look through a specific lens: the three pillars of national power. That means measuring a country's military reach, its democratic stability, and its cultural weight. Focusing on just one of these metrics gives you an incomplete picture. You have to track all three at the exact same time to see where a country is truly heading. Observing how these forces intersect provides the clearest map for tracking India's actual trajectory on the world stage. We start with the first pillar: hard power. Before any public treaties are signed, alliances are shaped behind closed doors through quiet diplomatic maneuvering. On April 30th, India and Italy held crucial defense talks. Securing agreements with a major European partner directly expands India's strategic footprint and strengthens its military cooperation far beyond its immediate borders. That outward expansion is happening while external threats escalate. Reports indicate Donald Trump is actively planning a major strategic maneuver in the Middle East. The proposed tactic is a naval blockade targeting Iran. By positioning warships to intercept commercial and state vessels, a blockade chokes off a rival's economy by physical force. Executing this kind of maritime pressure point would immediately squeeze global oil supply lines, sending shockwaves of tension through international markets. When global trade routes face the potential for sudden naval choke points, established defense partnerships provide essential strategic depth. These diplomatic ties act as a necessary buffer against the volatility of international energy corridors. But international reach means very little if a nation fractures at home. That brings us to the second pillar: internal democratic stability. Across West Bengal, Phase 2 of the voting process requires moving millions of people through highly contested polling stations. Every one of those millions of votes is logged through individual, localized action, marked by purple ink on a finger. The stakes in this specific region are immense. Securing this demographic block is a strict requirement for maintaining the power needed to govern nationally. While international military posturing relies on loud, aggressive displays of force, this domestic power is built on the quiet, bureaucratic act of casting a ballot. A nation cannot project global influence if it cannot first survive the intense pressure cooker of its own domestic politics. The third dimension of power is often overlooked, but it is highly effective: the reclamation of cultural identity and soft power. In a massive repatriation effort, the United States officially returned exactly 657 stolen historical artifacts to India. These pieces carry an appraised financial value of $14 million, but their historical worth is irreplaceable. Watching a rising global power successfully demand its heritage back from Western institutions carries massive psychological weight. Recovering a nation's past is a calculated act of statecraft. It projects legitimacy and cultural strength in the present. Look back at the timeline. These three massive shifts across military, political, and cultural domains all happened concurrently. Securing closed-door European defense talks builds a perimeter to protect the nation's future. Executing massive, highly contested democratic elections solidifies its grip on the present. And repatriating hundreds of ancient artifacts aggressively reclaims its past. Power, politics, and historical restoration function as the interconnected gears of a single, comprehensive global strategy. Staying ahead of the curve means watching where these forces intersect. Follow along, and we'll keep tracking the real-time intelligence shaping the world.